All right, good morning. Day 2 of Brady's trip to California. He knows how to party. All right. So today we're heading to San Jose, and we're going to see the Winchester house, and then we're going to Monterey, and tonight we'll hit the what's it called? Lovers what?
Oh, walk the Monterey Trail to Lovers Point Park.
Yep. Looking forward to it, right?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, we are now in San Jose at the Winchester Mystery House. Finally made it. And here's Brady. Brady. There he is taking pictures with Mama. Here's like the reception center. Brady, say hello. All right. And now we're just going to do a little quick because you can't take this inside. It's a big no-no. As you can see, here it is. A lot of history here. Kind of, Sheila, can you give an overview real quick?
I can't remember it all. It's
Okay.
the wife of the maker of Winchester rifles built it and kept building for I forgot how many years.
Yeah.
And it's like
Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
We won't get into it. All right, so wave bye, Brady. We're gonna hang up now. All right. This is Monterey, Presidio at night. My sweetheart. So, Brady. All right, he's going out there to check it out. Good, Brady. Give a thumbs up. There you go. There you go. All right. Good background too. Watching the beach at night here. Beautiful. Still 4 May in the evening. Came back from San Jose. Just enjoying the evening. It's about 50 degrees out here. Pretty cold and windy. But we're good now. So we're going to head out and watch the lighthouse. Here's that lighthouse we were at here last time. And it's in the evening now. So it's very pretty. Yeah, we're at Monterey for the evening. That was pretty neat. And this is it, Point Pino's Lighthouse. Of course it's not open, so. Alright, day 3. Santa Cruz on the beach. Young Brady. Yes. As you can see. Alright, back on the beach here. Cinco de Mayo, 5 May. And we're in Santa Cruz. You see a nice lighthouse here coming up. Yeah. We got Sheila G, my sweetie. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Mom and son walking out on the beach together. How sweet. Yeah. Very nice. So nice day. Cleared up for us here in Santa Cruz. Monterey, it was cloudy. We got lucky. Yeah, Brady's gonna go walk on the beach now. walking a little bit. And then we're walking. Boardwalk, Santa Cruz. BA. I'm coming. Cinco de Mayo Day. And we're heading into the boardwalk. Mr. Andrews. The mystery spot, Santa Cruz, with young Brady walking up. All right. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody, and I welcome you all to the world famous mystery spot. My name's Tanner. I'm going to be your guys' tour guide today on our journey through the mysterious. Alright, you guys. How are you guys all doing today?
Good.
It's great to hear you guys. Two of you are doing good. How are you guys all doing today?
Good.
Good. Alright, it's good to hear you guys are all doing good. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Don't worry about it. Have any of you folks ever been to the mystery spot before? Anyone here returning today? We got two. Alright, just these two. Sorry, how long ago did you guys come?
About a year ago.
Yeah.
About a year ago? Alright, so that's pretty good. I don't think much has changed in here, and I should be pretty much the same, right? But for the rest of you guys that have never been here before, I do want to ask you guys real quick just to please prepare yourselves to have your minds all blown, right, on the journey of a lifetime, right? Alright guys, so I'll start us off today. I'll start us off with some history behind the mystery. Get us going. So, the mystery spot, everybody, it was discovered back in 1939 by a man named George Prather. Now, Mr. Prather, he was here on this land. He was just trying to buy this big flat area to build him and his wife a summer home. But the lumber company here is selling him all of this land. They were only going to agree to sell it if he also purchased this small corresponding hillside along here. Now guys, the main reason that they wanted to sell this hillside was because every building they built up on it had also managed to break from its foundations and just pretty much crumble down this hill, just destroying their buildings. But Mr. Prather didn't care. He went ahead, purchased both plots of land despite this warning, and he sent out a team of surveyors to get the layout of all of his new land here. And everything that they surveyed on this side was pretty normal, but as they made their way up to this hillside here, things got a bit more mysterious, right? So one of the first things they discovered, they simply started to just walk up this hill. Now about halfway up the hill, they felt like it was a lot more difficult than they thought it was going to be. They felt like something was giving them some resistance. By the time they got to the very top of this hill here, guys, they were completely exhausted and astonished how hard it really was to climb up. You guys all seem kind of excited for this. At the top of the hill here, they all took out their compasses to get their bearings, and again were surprised to see that they were all getting faulty compass readings. Now, in some parts of the mystery spot, their compasses were only off by about 2 or 3 degrees, right? But in other areas, they were off by up to 180 degrees. So, north would become south, right? South would become north, then east would become west. I'm glad you guys picked this, right? One time I asked that, someone said mystery spot, right? It was weird, right? But Third and final thing they discovered, folks, is that all the strange anomalies happening on this hillside, they're only happening on a certain area of this hillside. This area has about the shape of a near perfect circle and has a diameter of 150 feet. So the border starts right between these two blocks, right? So it makes a big half circle, right, 150 feet that way, another half circle back around, and it comes and splits these two trees almost perfectly down the middle here. These two blocks, they mark the borders of the mystery spot, plus they're used for one of our cool demonstrations. These blocks have been sitting here for I don't know how long, like 70 years or something like that. So for them just sitting here for that long, the roots of these redwoods have started to take advantage of that, started to grow out, starting to push up all the cement. This trees usually do to cement sometimes. So it's starting to mess up our blocks a little bit. Now, there was two solutions for this problem. One of those solutions involved coming in, cutting down all these trees here, digging up their roots and relaying these blocks again to be level, right? Now that idea was a great idea, but we didn't like that because it did involve killing our trees here. We're environmentally friendly to municipal. I want to keep our beautiful redwoods right where they are. So instead of cutting down these trees right here, we just went out and cut down someone else's trees, brought them here in the form of these 2x4s. Right? Ironically, they do happen to be redwoods, guys. But it's okay, right? They still work out for us here. So these boards are flat and level. Put that y'all real quick with my level here. Y'all know how level works, right? When the bubble's in the center, that means it's level. When it's off to one side, right, that's the higher side. But can you guys all see this bubble kind of bouncing around inside the level? Moving around freely, right? The bubble kind of just ricochets back and forth. Now, I'm just trying to show you guys that it's not a trick level, right? The bubble's not frozen in the level, right? It does move around freely. People have done that before, so I'll take it, I'll place it on the board, right? Where does the bubble go? You see now. Feel like it's in the center, you guys? Yeah? See it's about in the center? Alright, I'll agree with that. So we'll take it now, we're going to flip around. Again, in the center, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll take it, right? So we got a level flat surface. So I flipped it around so it's not a tapered level, right? It is a normal level. But I have a very important question for you guys. How many of you drove all the way out here and paid to see level boards? Right? How many of you guys came all the way out here and you paid to see mysteries and have fun, right? Yeah. Two people raised, hey, what's your rest you guys come out here for, right? I'm sure we'll find it. But let's get our first two volunteers up here. Any first two volunteers from Brady? You, sir? Yeah. Anyone else want to come on up with them? Anyone want to come on up with them? Hey, you missing? Come on up with them. Come on. So you guys are going to come stand on these two boards. You're going to, just stand them just like that. Perfect. You go stand them just the other side. Awesome. You guys are actually going to go and face each other, yeah? Yep, face each other. So go ahead. Yeah, you missed. You're looking just about, so the tip of his nose about you. So you're looking about her forehead, right? So a little bit of a gap, right? We're having now swap places. Right, so before, pretty close to the same height, a little bit of a gap as they now swap places, you guys, right? You guys seeing anything different now, right? A lot bigger of a gap now, right? You started growing back quite a bit on this side. Congratulations on that, right? Pretty cool. And then Miss, I'm very sorry there are no refunds for high loss, right? That's okay, just give it a few weeks, right? No, it's gonna be about thanks, guys. Pretty great job. We got time for a few more. Anyone else want to come on down and give it a try?
Just have a picture of us.
You guys want to come on down? You guys, you might notice something kind of a little bit different, right? So they just kind of stand right over here, right? Just make it comfortable. You guys not seeing anything different? You guys can notice I'm leaning there, right? You might notice I'm now on this block, I've now kind of shifted over a slight bit at about 3 degrees. So very slight lean, I'm showing you, we believe this is the cause of the side change, kind of weird lean. But again, this lean kind of harder to see me. It is shown a lot better in the two big trees right here. Now this one grew up outside the mystery spot. It grew up straight and tall like a normal tree, right? Well, this one just over here, guys, grew up inside the mystery spot, and you can see this 3 degree lean has developed, right? This tree here slightly kind of just drifts off at that 3 degree angle. But then again, everyone, this tree right in the middle here, just like me, he doesn't know what he wants to be when he grows up. That's why he still works in the mystery spot, right? So guys, now, if you're not impressed by just 3 degree lean, everyone, you guys, look right over here at this Life magazine cover real quick. Now in this photo, you're going to see 3 people. That is the Harding family in 1948, displaying our famous 17 degree lean. But the most amazing part about that photo actually isn't the lean. The most amazing part, in my opinion, is the woman in that photo. Because you guys can all see that woman leaning, right? Her name is Eileen. Eileen, I know you guys, hilarious joke, right? Eileen. Now, if you guys like that joke, you're probably going to enjoy the rest of this tour, right? If you guys did not like that joke, that was the best joke in the tour. As you guys can start in front of your body, causing you to have some resistance, kind of making it a bit harder. But as you're all walking up, you also made this right turn up the spores at the incline. Did you guys find that just a little bit easier?
Yeah.
Because yes, as you're coming up this road, you're coming up a steeper surface, but you make this turn. So before the force hit the front of your body, you start to now hit this side of your body, right? Giving you less resistance, making this steeper hill easier to climb up, right? Pretty cool, guys. But now we're gonna go line up inside this car right here. Y'all now again, this spot. A few guys looking at me kind of funny here now. Taking this picture, you guys. I don't have some rhinos here because I'm now leaning more than I was down there. I'm now leaning at about 11 degrees. Now see, then I'm all displaying to you. It's a little bit more enhanced because I'm standing in this special spot. Now, the reason this spot is special right here is because I'm standing in front of this cabin. This cabin is leaning the opposite direction, right? So these angles kind of do create the effect I'm leaning a bit more than I really am. But also give me the fact that I work here. I'm a trained professional. And I can prove that real quick with this badge right here. This badge tells me I was trained the art of leaning. Right? It's no big deal, guys. But you can actually earn one for yourself. So we have a very complex process called buying from gift store. Right? Go check it out now. Take your feet, everyone. Point your feet downhill. Right? As you guys do this, you're all going to see yourselves leaning just as much as I am. The way you'll tell though, look at your feet. They're now about 2 inches farther in front than normal, right? Pretty cool, guys. The second thing is if you guys are standing on a normal surface, you feel all your weight focused towards your toes. If you guys kind of relax your body, you're going to feel that weight kind of slowly drift backwards onto your heels, right? Strange feeling, right? I think your feet up when you guys pointing the other way, pointing uphill. Go out farther forward than you did before. Everyone try to lean as far forward as you can, right? You guys probably noticing you all look like a bunch of smooth criminals. Right? Yeah? You guys look at that Michael Jackson. Alright guys, Michael Jackson, yeah? He is, by the way, though, one of my favorite underground artists. Yeah, that joke's not dead, guys, right now. But you guys, we're going to take a few more steps back right here, right? Kind of get back up against these fences, you guys. Alright, kind of just spread out in the middle here. I want to kind of keep this middle area open right here, guys. You guys go over to either wall on here. Alrighty then. So everyone, this cabin right here, as you look at it, it was not originally built like this. It was built, I would say, about 20 feet up this hill on a flat and level surface. But like the lumber company had warned Mr. Brady, this cabin he built here broke from his foundations, slid down the hill. As it got to this point right here, though, all of a sudden stopped. Can you guys guess how this cabin might have stopped? No. I need 2 reasons that this cabin might have stopped. Right?
The tree?
The tree, okay, guys, right? This is a big road tree right behind me here now. I only want to really point that out to you guys because a lot of people say that tree did stop this cabin. Now, although it may look like it could be the easiest answer to give to this problem, right, doesn't mean it always is the right answer, right? Not the easiest is the right. So, the trees look like these could have stopped the cabin, but this land was purchased from a lumber company. What do you guys think lumber companies do to trees?
Cut them down.
They cut them all down, right, guys? The entire mystery spot. When it was first purchased, was in fact clear cut of all trees. The only 2 were those 2 big ones at the bottom. I think they're about 9 years old, but all these other trees still fairly young. These 2 redwoods, they're only about 25, 35 years old, still fairly young for trees. The cabin itself was built back in 1942. How old does that make you guys? 72.
72.
Oh, so close. You pretty much just read my mind. 73. I just won out there. Right, so close though. But you guys, again, right, those trees could not have been here, but in time to stop the cabin. Right, they didn't exist for 30, 40 years after. So, what could have stopped this cabin? Well, our own theory is that the mystery spots really would stop this cabin. Now, what I mean by this is that as the cabin slid down, we think that it actually passed over this certain spot right here. Now, what we think this spot is actually the exact center of the mystery spot. So as the cabin kind of came down, got caught in this weird force right here in the exact middle, right? Kind of got stuck in this one spot right here. And that does mark the center of the mystery spot, right? So, after this, though, came along a little while after, it kind of breaks into the ground, kept it a bit safer for you guys, right? But that's enough history for now. I can see you guys are starting to get a little bit antsy here. So now I'm going to pull out a very amazing demonstration. But when I pull this demonstration out, folks, you are going to have to do something in order to work. You have to get my equipment here, the universal sounds of awe and amazement. Now, I know you guys have heard all the sounds before. It does come in 2 parts. The first part sounds a bit like, ooh. We're going to follow out even louder. Oh. You got to drop bass, right? Oh, that's fine, right? But one last thing, guys, right? When I pull this out, I want to make sure you guys, you're all as loud as you can possibly be, folks, because the more loud you are, the more chances the next tour is going to hear you. They're going to get excited for their tour, right? And the more chance my boss might hear on the hill decided to start paying me again. So, are you all ready?
Oh.
I'll try that again, you guys, right? Are you all ready?
Yeah.
All right, so I present to you all now the one, the only, the world famous, and most mysterious. Okay, without any further ado, guys, I present to you all now the Board of Mystery.
Ooh.
You all look really disappointed. Yes, it's a piece of wood. It's not very exciting, you guys. It's not very unique. It kind of makes you feel a bit bored. It's a board. So we're going to place it in the cabin, right? Now it's a board in the cabin, right? But as you're looking at it, we're going to take a quick vote here. How many of y'all think that this side of the board right here is the higher side? Anybody feeling that?
Yes.
Okay, we got 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. I mean, I think it is this side's the lower side. We got 1, 9, 3. I guess it gives that flat and level. Doing alright, guys, pretty good. So I think probably about maybe 8 people voted right. There's probably about 16, 17 of us here. So for a few of you guys kind of just spacing out there, how many of you are just not thinking at all today, guys? I'll be honest here. I think you're honest here. So take my number and I got a place on the board right here. Alright, I need someone super responsible. Are you feeling responsible right here? Yeah, you want to come help me out? Alright, come on down. You're the most responsible person here. Can you stand right about here? Yeah, just stand right about there. You just gotta look at my bubble and you see that bubble right there? Is that bubble there in the middle? It is right. Okay, I'll take it. I'll flip it around now. Is it still in the middle there? Can you go and tell everyone where it's at?
What?
Can you tell everybody where?
It's in the middle.
Let's give her a big applause. Alright, good job, that's right. Congratulations, man. That's all you need to do, right? You can pick up an application and gifts, so I'll need to work here. But guys, if it's a level flat surface, you take something around like a billiard ball. You place it on a level and flat surface. What are you guys gonna all assume happens?
Goes down.
You guys, it's a flat and level surface, right?
Flat.
Nothing, right? Ooh. Oh. And there you guys, $6, right? So give this ball push a bit closer to the center of the mistral, right? So go ahead, just gonna watch this, right? Shut the front door, you guys, right? You see that right there? I'll take it again, roll it on here. You see the ball's gonna roll on this board, it's gonna stop, and it's gonna roll right back up. Now we believe it is the forces of the mystery spot doing this, the same forces you all felt while walking up this hill here. But again, a lot of people don't believe in these forces, they believe we could have rigged this board with a special groove here. So say this groove it's on, were to get narrower and narrower towards the inside, right, it would cause the ball to kind of stop and roll back off the board. So I'll take it, now I'll take the board, I'll roll it, or flip it around, I guess. Put it back on its side here, I'll give it another roll, and you guys see the board will again, or the ball will again roll on the board, it'll stop, and it'll roll right back up. But then again, folks, we could have rigged the ball, right? We could have rigged this with a magnet, a motor, could have crammed a tiny person inside here, right? But for the wrong guys, anything around that you might want to try, like a chapstick, lipstick, lip gloss, or roll 20s, it'd be a small child, right? Anything like that, you guys, I'm tweeting it up. Anything like that goes chapstick, lipstick, round objects, it can roll anything, glass eye, or anything like that.
Can of Copenhagen. Get it in there.
Got a chapstick, something
He's got a
like that.
Copenhagen. Try it.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, go ahead. You want to try rolling on there? Just gonna give it a nice little gentle roll on there. You can try just placing it here. You might be able to make that work. Yeah? Oh, okay. It's kind of lopsided here. You guys will see, right?
Oh.
You guys just try it. It'll kind of make its momentum off there, you guys. Right? It's pretty cool. I would not use it for a couple of days. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you can use that. If you want to go, yeah, you can roll it on there too. Give it a nice gentle roll on the board up there. Yeah. You guys will see, right? Give it a nice little gentle roll. You guys will again see, right? As she gives it that little roll. It will. Sorry, guys. So again, right? Oops, kind of on here, yeah. But you guys will again see, right, as you roll it on the board, right, it'll roll back off again, you guys, right? Again, just give that a few days to wear off, right, you guys. But one last thing here, right, real quick. Now, you guys, this is water, right? You can't rig water, you can't attach sugar into water, you can't magnetize water, right? It doesn't work through that. Get a quick drink. Pour on the board.
He's pouring it on the board.
You guys all see, right, all the water flows out to this side, right? None drips back up into the cabinet. That's the weird part. But as this comes out, right, guys, kind of smells a little different, I think. It's not vodka, you guys, right? Last thing, you guys, right? Don't touch that, you guys. One last thing here, right? So, you guys, just water it up. Let's give the board to Mr. One last big round of applause. We're now going to head on inside the cabin. I do have one roll there, guys. You just want to save your pictures for a few minutes here. We got some demonstrations, then we'll have plenty of free time for you guys. And also, we'll have a picture. You guys, just as far as how these rounds. You guys want to make your way down. This right here, guys, is known as a pendulum. Now, the shapes of a pendulum are that you can swing equally in all directions, right? Usually the case. But you guys take the ball here, you'll push it towards this wall. You're going to feel it is fairly easy to hold that, right? When you push it back in the opposite direction, though, you're going to notice that it actually feels quite a bit harder to keep pushing that. Right? Give it a little swing, you'll notice that it'll hit the wall, but as it swings out, you'll notice it kind of stops just a tad short, right, guys? You put it yourself in a second, but I'll show you folks that you guys see on this surface right here, guys, right? Bend your, get your footing wide enough here, right, guys? Bend your knees, you guys come back for the matrix, right? See you come back down all the way here, right? You come right back up, right? Pretty cool, but last thing here is this ladder right here, guys. Now this ladder looks a lot like a ladder, acts a lot more like a staircase. You guys can just walk around with it, right? No hands needed here, folks, right? Pretty cool. So guys, you have your fixing now, right, guys? I can go and take some photos in either room here. I'll be giving you all a 2-minute warning when we're going to exit the cabin. And also ask them not to hit anyone with the ball, alright? Unless they truly deserve it. So you guys want to take some pictures, have some free time, alright? We'll meet up in a little bit.
What are you gonna do? On the table?
No pictures.
We're filming. This is live.
It's on.
So, is it real? You feel like Superman? You feel like that dude on Titanic? King of the world, whatever he says?
Up, lean out again. I have to get a picture. So I'm trying to video you.
Okay, good. All right. Okay. Come on up. There you go. Carried by gravity, right?
Turn forward and lean out.
Take a few more photos.
Can you turn around and lean out? There you go.
It's very surprising. So one of the first things that happen here is you guys, you step in a crooked building. Now, if you're in a crooked building, no matter who you are, what you're doing, you're probably going to feel kind of dizzy. Right? It's just the building. But the second thing that also happens here is you guys, you're also leaning a little bit, right? As you're also leaning, the cabin leaning is as well leaning. So you step inside this building, right? You're both kind of off different angles, right? It makes your brain kind of confused on which way downwards is, right? Making your equilibrium here pretty messed up. So to solve this problem, you guys, our idea was to put a big bench down where people could sit on this, level themselves out a bit, feel better about their lives, right? But if you leave anything here at the mystery spot for long enough, and eventually we'll start showing some strange properties. So first off, we're going to take our level, right? We'll place it on the board right here. As we do that, you guys, what do you see the level kind of go to? The level goes off to the left, right? You guys, so if it goes off to the left here, what will that indicate? That this would be higher side, right? This would be the lower side. That's the case, you guys, right? We'll take our ball, right? Let's go ahead. You have a little roll up here. You're going to see, right, the ball is going to stop, right? It's going to roll all the way back down this board, right? Pretty simple, you guys, right? But here's where things get kind of weird. I'm going to walk from the lower side of this board, and I'm going to walk up to the higher side. As I do so, I'm going to ask what you guys are actually seeing, right? So as I walk uphill, what's up?
Your height's going up.
Yeah, we're going to change it, right? If I go back downhill, kind of looks like I'm getting a bit
Taller.
taller, right? Yeah, I get a bit taller if I go downhill. If I go back uphill, kind of looks like I'm getting a bit
Shorter.
shorter, right? Yeah, you guys, kind of weird thing you see here, right? So this bench is very opposite in the way it works, right? When you walk downhill on this bench, you appear to get taller. As you walk uphill, you appear to get shorter. But because this is the case, you guys, right? People obviously try to figure this out. So people stop looking so much at the bench, they start looking up towards the roof line. They start thinking this might be causing an optical illusion because on this side, I'm a bit taller. That could make it appear that I'm taller, right? As I walk down, it does go above my head. Could make it appear that I'm getting shorter. But in all reality, I actually can prove this roofline theory to be wrong. I do need the help of someone that's about 6 foot. About 6 foot, you can point on, you can stand right here. You're gonna go just face towards the crowd, and give us all a nice big smile.
Yeah, let's get that.
And about 5'9", 5'10". And you're about 5'9", 5'10".
Honey, you're about 5'9".
You can point on, you can stand right next to him. And I'd say about 5'8", 5'7". And you're about 5'8", 5'7".
Yeah.
5'7", 5'7". Yeah, you can stand right next to him there. And you're about 5'6", 5'5". You're about 5'6", 5'5".
You.
I'm 5'1".
Oh, okay, sorry.
Is anyone about maybe 5'3" then? 5'5"? 5'5", yeah, a little more for you guys. Go ahead. And then a 5'2", 5'1".
There you go. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Alright, cool.
Crazy, huh?
Alright, perfect. So you guys, you know, see, I made mystery spot version of AT&T's Raising the Bar. Pretend like I've seen this. So go look on down that way. The person next to you is shorter, right? And look down towards you. The person next to you is taller, right? But can you guys see that roof line? I don't think you have eyes in your head, right? Probably can't see too well. Let's get you guys now. We're gonna have you miss in the very, very end there, and you sit right here. You guys are gonna go and just swap places for us, right? So the very end, yeah, you guys swap places. And now you sit right here, and you miss. Gonna go now swap places, right? Now you sir get to stay in the middle there, right? Look beautiful, right? Awesome. So as they've all now swapped places here, you guys, right? What do you see is going on?
Oh shit, look at him.
they're all pretty much the same height.
Height.
They've all pretty much
Yeah.
become the same height. You notice those two, right, walked uphill, lost quite a bit of height here. These two walked downhill, gained quite a bit of height. You notice these two probably a little happier than those two on that side. That's okay, guys. I'm gonna ask now, do you guys all see this height change? Would you agree that you're all not about the same height? You agree? Alright, perfect, guys. If you agree with that, then you are disproving the roof line theory, though. Because the only way you can see the roof line illusion, right, is if you're in the crowd, right, looking at yourselves against the roof line, right? Which you guys can't be at two places at once, I don't think, right? So, because of that, you're actually only seeing half the illusion. I mean, it's just the height change here. I mean, it's not really an illusion, right? But what we're gonna do again is have you assert on the very end, and you miss right here. One last time, just kind of swap places first, right? So she's gonna again walk uphill, lose quite a bit of height, right? He's gonna again walk downhill, become our next NBA All-Star, right? You'll get it, right, guys? The last thing here, though, kind of a side effect. So the first part of the side effect, you guys are just going to kind of focus all your attention on this wooden beam. Just keep staring at that wooden beam. Then you're all going to take your right hand. You're going to place it just above your belly button, right? It'll be kind of a weird feeling in there. But as you're doing those two things together, guys, they're all on the count of 3, right? When I count to 3, you're going to slowly start to bend at the waist. Try to get as close to this wooden beam as you can. So 1, 2, 3, guys, right? Go ahead and start bending on down, all right? Let's give a big round of applause. Everyone did a great job today, guys. One more quick thing, you guys here. One more quick thing, then we'll pop down to our last bullet. So, throughout the years of the Mystery Spot being here and being open, you've had plenty of scientists, you know, kind of come on through, take a peek around, see what they can figure out. No one has ever really come back with anything too significant. No strange metals in the earth, no ancient artifacts. But one arborist that was here, he was looking around the trees, he could find out something really strange. Now, what he found out doesn't exactly have to do with the Mystery Spot. We still like to tell you guys because it's pretty cool. So again, what he was doing here is he was boring into every single tree, looking for diseases, parasites, strange or odd things like that. And after he finished testing every single tree inside the Mystery Spot, he came and he told us that probably 90% of the trees inside the Mystery Spot here are actually all classified as female trees. Alright, now I have no idea what that means, guys. I know trees even have different genders. But that's okay, guys, because I do work at the Mystery Spot. Things are mysterious here. Nothing really ever makes sense, right? Girl trees that fit in just perfectly. But because they're all girl trees, guys, right? It's very important because I do consider myself to be a gentleman. Going around calling them all girl trees or female trees, not very gentlemanlike, right? So instead, I do like to refer to them all as mysteries.
Ah.
Yes, you guys, mysteries, right? Looking kind of stumped down there, man, right? I get it. It's not a joke, you guys, right? Probably went pretty far on a limb there. I probably should branch out next time, you guys. We'll go back to our roots of those tree jokes, you guys. Come on, you guys, just try to spruce up your tour a bit, right? A bit more lenient here, okay? If you're barking up the wrong tree, now just remember, you guys, though, that this is a $6 tour, guys. You paid $6 to hear all those bad jokes. Pretty awesome, right, guys? You know what? That's the name that we came up for these blocks right here.
So what I want you guys to notice is the straight shot was
Mystery.
Mystery blocks close. There's these blocks right here, right?
around the first corner. It has a little.
T-blocks.
The T-blocks, right? Yes, that's what they call it. It took us a few weeks to come up with that name, but they are called T-blocks, right? They're in the shape of a T. They're used for scientific research. Now, what they're used for really is to study people's heights from flat and level surfaces. And these blocks, they used to be flat and level. They were changed in 1989. What happened then, you guys?
Quick.
Right, it's the Lone Planet Earthquake, right? The Lone Planet Earthquake swept through the Mystery Spot and cracked these blocks clean down the middle, and they raised this side up by about 1/16 of an inch. Now, if you think about that, that sounds really small, right? 1/16 of an inch. But to get the actual difference, you have to take that, you have to multiply it by the entire length of this block. So as you do that, that 1/16 actually starts to add up, right? It's a pretty long block. So it ends up being about a 2-inch difference. So from that side over to here, you lose about 2 inches, right? So a pretty cool thing that we have here, but I'm going to show you guys this experiment. I need help of about 3 volunteers. Any volunteers want to come on down and help us out? Come on down. I'm going to see I need 2 more now. The other 2? He's going to come? Alright, come on down, sir. I need 1 more. Yep, come on down, sir. So, we'll have you, sir, stand right there for me. You're missing. You can stand this side. And I'll have you, and man, you're going to come stand right over here for me. Right here.
There you go.
Stand right at the end of that block there. Alright, perfect. So you're going to be our scientist today. You have a very important job, right? And these are going to be your 2 scientific victims, volunteers. Right? So you're going to first stop right, tell me which one looks taller to you. Alright, she obviously looks taller. So we're going to take him, we're going to use him as a reference. So I'm going to take my level. From the top of his head, I'm going to start to just raise it up, right? Eventually, you're going to want to tell me to stop and never reach the top of it, right? So just tell me when to stop. There, that's what top in. You guys are going to swap places for us here. You guys go swap places first. Come on over. Over there, perfect. Alright. Alright, yeah, you can stand there. And there's about like 2 inches, you guys. Looks pretty darn close, 2 inches to me, right? Good job, right? So she walks on, loses those 2 inches, right? But if she were to walk back up the same exact side, stand in the same exact spot, wouldn't she gain those 2 inches right back? That's what she's after, right? Tell me what's against her and I reach the top of her head.
Oh.
There, yeah? Yeah? I guess you know, again, spot places for us. Alrighty then. So guys, does that look like 2 inches? Right? This is a 9-inch level, right? That goes up, right? Let's see. You stand nice and tall for me here, right? That looks like maybe a little bit less than half here, right? So if she walks on, she loses 2 inches, right? She walks back up a little bit less than half of 9, right? That's about 4 inches, right? 4.5, 4 inches. So from 2 inches to 4 inches, right? That's not really adding up, right? That's a 2-inch bonus. You just grew right 2 extra inches, miss. Congratulations, right? All right. I would use that as much as you can. I don't know how long it's gonna last, right? Let's see if you feel our applause, right? Thanks, guys. Right, give a hand back there. You guys are all set. Perfect. Alright everyone, so I'm very excited to tell you guys that was my last demonstration.
Oh.
But don't be too sad, you guys. I do have plenty more bad jokes, you all. Yay. So this is about the time of the tour where I get the most questions, like, what's going on here? What's the mystery? I'm sure you guys would all know. Let's just see a show of hands then. Who wants to know what's going on here? Right? Pretty much everyone. As you guys can also see right, my hand also raised. I have no idea what's going on here. It's a mystery spot, right? We call that for a great reason. It's a mystery here. If we know what's going on, we have to rename this place the Solve Spot, right? You guys pay to see the Solve Spot? No, that's ridiculous. I'd be out of a job. But that's okay, guys, right? I'm still here at the mystery spot. We've got some great theories for y'all today. I'm sure you guys would love to hear some theories, right?
Theories.
All right, perfect. So my first theory, everyone, it's called the magma theory, right? What it states is that about a mile below our feet here, there's a big pool of magma, right? So magma, guys, right? Magma is a molten metal. It's a magnetic substance, and it's also a liquid. So pretty much all these things are very important because what we think is going on with this big pool down here is that it started to slowly kind of whirlpool around. So it starts to slowly spin around. It creates what's known as a magnetic anomaly. What it also creates is known as a gravitational vortex. So pretty much what happens here at the mystery spot is gravity is being disrupted in here, right? By kind of a magnetic field. So if you guys go stand in the parking lot, you can stand up straight and tall normally, right? But while you're in the mystery spot, gravity here is messed up, right? So some spots you could be leaning, right? Bending, shrinking, growing, doing strange things like that. But everyone, my second theory here is the locals of Santa Cruz Spirit theory states that about 100 feet up this hill, a very long time ago, there was just a really small earthquake. As it rumbled though, it actually opened up a small crack along the fault line. But again, as this crack opened up, from out of it started to release toxic gases into the air and down this hill around us. So anyone that actually enters the mystery spot, they come in contact with these gases just like us. We've all been here probably about 45 minutes now, right? Breathing them in very heavily, right? Causing us all to have a group hallucination, you guys. Right? Which I know it's pretty bad, right? But for $6, not about down seconds. But my final theory, folks, need your help. Everyone, you're gonna take your 2 hands right now, right? Just kind of rub them together like this, right? Pretty simple, I know, but the second point is you actually have to use your imagination. So you guys can go ahead and kind of close your eyes, clear your minds, but you guys rub your hands together, right, guys? You gotta do this for the theory, it's very important. So they're doing this, you can now imagine flying above us 100 years ago, an alien spaceship, this alien spacecraft, it loses control and it crashes into the hillside right behind us here. So, as the ship is obliterated, right, the aliens on that ship, they managed to survive, right? They make it out okay. After the crash though, they were stuck here, right? They just had nothing to do, right? After being stuck here for a few decades, they eventually got bored. They eventually got the ingenious idea to start dressing up in green pants and tan shirts, right? To start manipulating people with mind control, to see things that are not there, right? To say things like, ooh, oh, right? People rub their hands together for no reason, right? You guys all saw through that. That's okay, guys, right? But I think you guys all did so great today. Give yourselves a big old round of applause. Right? Awesome job, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the tour today. I do have 2 quick things you folks before we get to go, though. The first thing is, can any of you guys here remember my name? Tanner gets guys out. So guys, if you like my tour, remember that my name was Tanner, right? If you guys didn't like my tour or did offend you in some way, guys, don't worry about it. I'm sorry about it, guys, but just remember that my name was Rachel, right? Now, one last thing, guys, right? The most important part of this entire tour, the part where you all get a super awesome gift for coming and visiting us in the mystery spot. You guys know what this gift here could possibly be? A sticker, right? Yes, of course, it is our world famous mystery spot bumper sticker. Yeah, guys. So these are gonna stick pretty much anything you want. Your mom, your dad, right? Car, dog, brother, sister, maybe even your car. If you don't have a car today or still a bit young and drive, that's okay, guys. There's still plenty of cars in the parking lot, right? Feel free to go crazy. One last thing, there, guys. When you get these, I do want you to all be very, very careful. You can grab as many as you like, but when you do not get too excited and run out of sticker. Sometimes you'll grab their sticker, they get too excited, they just start sprinting. Right? I don't know why, but I do want to warn you because if you go too fast, you're gonna trip. If you trip, you're gonna fall. If you fall, you're gonna start rolling. If any guys start rolling on this hill right here, I can guarantee that you're not gonna come rolling back. back up. So, go now, get your free stickers in the way and have a mysterious day.
Living in the wild, wild